What's up, it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be my most anticipated releases for October 2022. I have my spooky shirt on, my orange lipstick, my new little skeleton hand earrings. It's a vibe. We are gonna talk about how many? 10 October releases that I'm super excited for. Oh, I forgot to wear rings, but whatever. The variety of genres. So excited for October. October 4th is a huge release day. September 27th is too, which is in 2 days from filming this video. So when I break this book buying ban on October 4th, RIP my bank account. We're gonna do them in publication order because Brie from Brie Sure You Reads was the only one who spoke out and said she prefers it that way. So here you go, Brie. So the first one, of course, is gonna be A Dowry of Blood, the re-release, because Orbit picked it up. So you can't get this, oh, you can't even see it, but like the original indie published copy anymore. You can't buy it anymore. People are selling it for hundreds of dollars. I wish I knew, or else I would have bought an extra copy and just used this as my burner copy, but alas. Cami, I believe, said she's the one who pre-ordered A Dowry of Blood for me. So I'm super excited and I'm so grateful to have Cami in my life. She's just everything. She's incredible. So this was, I think, part of my birthday present, or just like a just cuz present, because she knows how much I loved A Dowry of Blood, although she didn't really, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. We can't all agree on everything, you know. But I do prefer the old cover. This one's cool too, but this one I just found out. I follow St. Gibson on Instagram and she revealed the surprise on the naked cover, and she didn't even know until she received the finished copies that this was under the dust jacket, but it's like a quote. It's the first few lines of the book. Y'all, when I say I get chills every time when she reads that. I showed it to Joey today and I got goosebumps. Like, he was a witness. But I just reread A Dowry of Blood yesterday for my Patreon 24-hour readathon, which, by the way, I have a Patreon now if you didn't know. It's vampire themed. It's called The Lair. Please join if you want more content from me. I'll have it linked down below. It'll have all the information for all the different tiers. You'll have extra videos. Some of them are more lifestyle content based. So if you want my like non-bookish content too, it'll be in the top tier, like things like that. So you could either be a Bat, Dracula, or Carmilla, and it'll be a fun time. There's a Discord. It's everything. I'm so glad I started one. Thank you to everyone who pushed me to start one when I hit 4K. Yeah, it's a good time. I love my Patreon and all the patrons on it thus far. So that's all linked up below. I did my first 24-hour readathon with them and it was super fun, and I read A Dowry of Blood in one sitting, and I really thought I wasn't gonna cry, but I did. On the very last page, it gets me every time. So yeah, that's the first one. Literally every video on here, if you're new here, I try to plug in A Dowry of Blood at least once. If not, it's just like lingering in the background. Number 2 is The Empress of Time by Kylie Lee Baker. So this I have been waiting for since I finished reading The Keeper of Night the month it came out. I'm gonna pull out The Keeper of Night from my favorite shelf because it's a favorite. That's how that works around here. So this is The Keeper of Night. It is about this half Japanese Shinigami, half British Reaper. Talks a lot about identity because she is biracial. She and her brother go on this like mission to figure things out about their powers and everything, and like their past and background and whatever. And they fight all these Japanese demons, and the world building is sublime. Like, I was able to visualize a lot of scenes in this book, and for me, especially for fantasy, that is so rare. So this means a lot to me, especially because I didn't even know this book existed until Book of the Month made it known to me. So I'm hoping Empress of Time is a pick for Book of the Month, but I don't know, something in me doubts it. But either way, I'm buying it on October 4th if it's not. So this cover is stunning. The second one is like heavy on purple, and I'm just so stoked. Another one that comes out on October 4th is Blackmail and Bibinka, which is the third book in the Arsenic and Adobo series by Mia P. Manansala. Arsenic and Adobo also kind of means a lot to me, even though I gave it 3 stars. The second one I did like a lot better. It had more substance, a deeper plot line to it. The first one is special to me because it was my second book club pick ever for my full moon book club, which, by the way, I have a book club. All that that information is also linked down below. But this one is a cozy mystery series, and it's by a Filipino author. It revolves a lot around Filipino food and Filipino culture, family members, mannerisms, and everything. It's so nice to read books where you can like see your culture in, you know? That's something I've recently grown appreciation for, like in the past couple years, just how many Filipino authors have emerged in the past few years and have written book after book. It makes me so happy. But yeah, I will read this one. I probably won't buy it, but I'm excited. I believe it takes place around Christmas time because on the cover it has, what are they called? What are they freaking called? Hold on. Am I even Filipino? Parol. They have a bunch of parols on the cover, and that's like a staple Filipino Christmas time decoration. So I'm assuming it's gonna be cute and cozy for the winter time. And bibingka is this like dessert. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's a dessert. Seriously, am I even Filipino? The next book I want to talk about also comes out on the 4th, and it's called When Life Gives You Vampires. And I believe this is a rom-com, and it's compared to One to Watch. It's described as a paranormal dumpling for adults. So the book Dumpling, it's also a movie. Jennifer Aniston is in it, I believe. And it's about like beauty standards, body standards for beauty pageants and stuff like that. And it talks a lot about body image and body positivity. I'm assuming a lot of those themes are going to be weaved throughout this book. When Life Gives You Vampires is part a journey of body positivity, part a story about learning how to accept love at face value, and part a hysterical rom-com told through a paranormal lens. So it's about this 25-year-old Lily Baines, and then she wakes up with fangs. I'm assuming she learns she's a vampire. Lily's work rival turns slayer, and her mother's tone-deaf romance and fitness advice. Can she learn to love the plus-size woman she'll be forevermore? In her mom's fitness advice, diet-obsessed world. That's an interesting concept. So she's forever gonna live in this body that she, you know, has insecurities with and everything, and so she has to learn to love and accept it. That is such a good concept. This is by Gloria Duke. Wow, I'm excited for this. Again, I probably won't buy this one just because I rarely ever buy romances in general, but I'll definitely be checking this out from the library because that sounds so good. Y'all are probably like, shouldn't you know what these are about? No, I see vampires and I'm like adding it to the list. All right, number 5 also comes out on the 4th, and that is Jackal. The publisher reached out and said they're gonna send this to me, I believe. This is by Erin E. Adams. It is a thriller about a young black girl who goes missing in the woods outside her white Rust Belt town. She's not the first and she may not be the last. As a black woman, Liz doesn't exactly have fond memories of Johnstown, Pennsylvania, which is predominantly white, but her best friend's getting married, so she braces herself for a weekend of awkward and passive-aggressive reunion. The bride's daughter, Caroline, goes missing, and the only thing left behind is a piece of white fabric covered in blood. Dun dun dun. Liz is the only one who notices a pattern. It's a summer night, a missing girl, party in the woods. She's seen this before. Keisha Woodson, the only other black girl in school, walked into the woods with a mysterious man and was later found with her chest cavity ripped open and her heart missing. Shut up. Children have been going missing in these woods for years, all of them black, all of them girls. It's your turn. With the evil in the forest creeping closer, Liz knows what she must do. Find Caroline or be entirely consumed by the darkness. Fuck, that sounds so good. I really hope the publisher sends me this because, to be honest, maybe I'm gonna maybe possibly make that a book club pick. I'm gonna do some asking around. Number 6 is The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. So this is the prequel to They Both Die at the End. I read that book early college. Oh, I think I was at Purdue already when I read that. Sorry if you can hear the smoke detector. My neighbors always set it off for some reason. But this is the prequel. This is like a dystopian type of thing where there's this app where it tells you when you're gonna die, or that you get a call. It's called Deathcast, I think. Yeah, so you get a call about when you're gonna die or how much time you have left, and it could be from like days, months, years, or 24 hours. And then at least in They Both Die at the End, two people meet, they fall in love, but they're like already dying and they're just trying to, you know, live their best lives as much as they can. So the prequel should be pretty good. 560 pages for a prequel? I guess that doesn't matter. I was thinking of a novella. I don't know. 560 pages? What? The first one was it had to be like a little over 300. Wow, okay. Orion and Valentino cross paths in Times Square and immediately feel a deep connection, but when the first round of end day calls goes out, their lives are changed forever. One of them receives a call and the other doesn't. Though neither boy is certain how the day will end, they know they want to spend it together, even if that means their goodbye will be heartbreaking. So They Both Die at the End, I believe, did make me cry. So I'm really hoping this one does too. Don't know when I'm gonna read. This one is not too high on my priority list, but it's there somewhere. All right, the next book I want to talk about comes out on the 7th, and that is Blood Orange by Karina Halley. Y'all, if you didn't know my February phase of being obsessed with Black Sunshine and The Blood is Love and Night Wolf by Karina Halle, this is me telling you about it now. Blood Orange is the second spin-off to the Black Sunshine duology. Black Sunshine, oh, I'm gonna go get it since I grabbed The Keeper of Night, why not? Also from my favorite shelf. So we have Black Sunshine and The Blood is Love. These covers are everything. So this is about vampires, are we surprised? And it follows this girl who didn't know she was a vampire, but she's also a little bit of something else. And she gets kidnapped by these vampires and, you know, she learns all about herself, but it's a dark romance. So there are some dark, steamy scenes. It's just so good. Objectively, the writing is mediocre, I'm not even gonna lie, but the story and the characters, it's got me in a chokehold, y'all. So Blood Orange, I'm definitely ordering it. Okay? Okay. The next book is Lore Olympus Volume 3, which comes out on October 11th. I have yet to read Lore Olympus Volume 2, but the first one I did read and I thought it was adorable. Loved the art style. It was so like easy on the eyes. It was so fun to flip through. The story had humor in it, and it's a Greek retelling. There's Hades and Persephone in there and all these other characters who just have such distinct personalities, and honestly I couldn't really tell you about anything that really happened, but I know there are content warnings for sexual harassment, so beware of that. The overall story and, like I said, the art style, I loved my experience reading the first volume, so I will read the second and third eventually. The next one also comes out on October 11th, and it's Little Eve by Katrina Ward. This is the author of The Last House on Needless Street as well as Sundial. I love the cover of this book. It's so eerie. This takes place on the wildest coast of Scotland, and y'all know how I feel about books set in Scotland. I don't know why, but I just love all of them. A clan prepares to bring about the end of the world and its imminent rebirth. The adder is coming and one of their number will inherit its powers. They all want the honor, but young Eve is willing to do anything for the distinction. A reckoning beyond Eve's imagination begins when Chief Inspector Black arrives to investigate a brutal murder and their sacred ceremony goes terribly wrong. And soon all the secrets of Alt Nahara will be uncovered. So I don't know about you, but this sounds like a cult book to me. If it's not, whatever. It's only 288 pages. Still want to read this. It just sounds so gothic, and y'all know that's one of my buzzwords. I still have yet to read a Katrina Ward, but Joey and I and my patrons are going to be buddy reading The Last House on Needless Street in October, so I'm excited for that, and hopefully it'll make me want to read Sundial at some point, which I've heard good things about. The last one I want to talk about I actually own. So the last one comes out on October 25th, and that is The Atlas Paradox by Olivia Blake. This is the sequel to The Atlas 6. This was gifted to me by my friend Christina from A Dose of Cozy on Instagram. She works at a library as well and got an extra copy, so she sent it to me, and I'm so honored. Although The Atlas 6 wasn't a full 5 stars like I anticipated it was going to be, I still really enjoyed it. I love the world building, and y'all know I love dark academia, and I really hope there are pictures in this arc too. Oh my god, yes there are. So yeah, I love the illustrations in the first one as well. It was beautiful. The story, I honestly forgot a lot about it already because it took me so long to read. I kept putting it down because it was so dense, but I'm still super freaking excited to read the sequel. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to read it before the 25th, but I'm just glad I have it in my hands. So thank you so much, Christina, once again. That is all for this video. If you made it to the end, please put a, I feel like I just reuse the same emojis, so I'm just like, you know what, put a money emoji in the comments down below because I'm gonna be spending a lot of it on October 4th. So let me know if you're excited for any of these releases as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay spooky, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye!